Alright, so this is the Bloody V, and it is an absolute favourite. It is an absolute favourite. It is actually my most recent guitar purchase. It has had a lot done to it. You know, it started out life as something and has ended up life as something else, and sort of is, you know, a bit unique. So first off, yeah, this is really, so we're now up to like number 9 of the Blacktooth Fox Sonic Armoury, and as you know, we've been doing the guitarific equalizer. You know, whereby we go from, you know, like brightest and nicest down through to like lowest and deepest, heaviest type of idea, you know, roughly. You know, and hopefully you'll agree as we move along. So we're getting now to you know, we're coming now to the closing stages, and we're getting to the heaviest guitars in the collection. Now, the last guitar was very heavy when I record with it. The Golden Goose is very heavy, and you know, that Floyd Rose system, it actually gives like a particularly nice warm low end that you don't get anywhere else. Like a floating trem has a particular warmth and low end all of its own, which very much makes it worthwhile in a recording environment like this one. This one's much more, you know, much more my type of thing, you know, this is like string through, tune-o-matic. You know, the only thing, this is a Gibson scale, so it's 24 3/4. So apart from that, this is like my ideal type of axe. I absolutely adore Flying V's. The Flying V, you know, is the guitar I put the most time in, actually, if you put all the hours together. And I'm very comfortable on this one. As you see, it's like a red crackle finish, which is interesting. So yeah, not a bad, you know, ceramic set of pickups. they're not intended to be massively modern, you know, they're intended to sort of approximate a medium high output sort of, you know, PAF type of affair. They're nothing crazy, but yeah, neck pickup. Now the neck on this is like really like big. It's like a proper vintage profile neck. This is like, I'm not going to say it's exactly what you find on an actual 50s like Les Paul, but it's like what you get on like the sort of 50s replicas, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's a thick sort of nice. I mean, I like this neck a lot, and the notes transfer very well. You know, down this, wonderful fretboard and fretting, which looks like the whole thing has been redone. Like the whole fretboard has been redone because you know, the original guitar doesn't have these fret markers, and it, you know, this, you know, by all intents and purposes, looks like a piece of ebony to me. And everybody I've had to have a look at it, you know, it seems to be a piece of ebony. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know much about this guitar, but you know, again, this is something I paid £100 for it, and I figured, right, just, you know, the locking machine heads, you know, would be half of that, you know, because it's all brand new fittings. It's Tone Pro's bridge, you know, it's all nice hardware on it. This is actually my first set of locking machine heads, and I have to say, meh. That is not something that would ever really, I would never. Okay, I struggle to understand what all the fuss is about. I really do. Because they are no different to a normal machine head, really. I don't see the advantage of using like less wines on the end of the headstock. Maybe that's like something useful for people that don't know how to string guitars properly. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the big fuss. But like, I don't see any other big fuss. I think on like classic guitars or anything, you know, I think that like lumpy, you know, this like lot of mass here, this the extra thumb wheel on the back of a machine head, that's essentially what it looks like. That mass is quite ugly, and it draws my eye when I play, and it's like, meh. Now, a lot of guitar players actually argue that the more mass on the headstock, like, it increases sustain, and there is some sort of like good sense to that argument when you think about it, right? And there were things like sustain plates that went on the back of Les Paul headstocks and stuff. There are like, you know, fat plates and sustain plates, and it's a widely held belief. So if you want to like put more mass on your headstock, like, it actually does make quite a difference. Like that's a heavy set of machine heads, and it's like, yeah, that's a lot of mass on the headstock. Also worth bearing that in mind if your headstock's like a delicate. I mean, like, this hasn't got like a volute or anything, which knocks it out of being an LTD. A lot of suggestions this is an LTD. I don't believe so. There's no volute, and the headstock's the wrong way round. It's the same shape, but it's the wrong way round. I don't know. I'm at a loss. You know, so if anyone does know, like, can look at this, and the thing is, look through the hardware, look through the combination of hardware and neck shape, and if you can identify it, you know, let me know. But I don't know what it started life as. I only paid £100 for it, and it's like, yeah, like, you know, like, I looked at it and I thought, half of that's bits. So even if it's not a very good player, you know, it's like, it's not going to be a tremendous loss because it looked interesting to me. This is something I found on a Facebook selling group and got the guy to hold on to it. You know, so I was kind of obliged to take it, even if I didn't like it when I got there. So this was a gamble, but I fucking love this guitar. It plays great, it sounds great. It's one of my heaviest guitars. Talking of which. Drive-wise, I'm just using the tube screamer right there. But there's some secret sauce going on. I'm going to show you quickly the rig actually before we close out. Alright, ready yourself. This is where we're at. Oh, what do you think of that? That's the rig. So as you can see there's 4 drive pedals. They're going into the FX loop of the M13. The M13 is set up so it's going that way. Okay, so I think it's going that way. Right there, like we've got the secret sauce, which is like a sort of equalizing, an equalizer, some, you know, it's an equalizer and a preamp. And here we've just got like a range of effects going on, doing all manner of things. So interesting stuff now. Yeah, I'm using the governor, the metal core, the crunch distortion, and the crazy cacti, and they're all going in after FX1, but before 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so like what I do is put stuff that will go in before a drive, so like EQ, compression, that sort of thing. The Crazy Cacti is a wonderful pedal. I'm having a great time with that. But that's the rig. I just really wanted to quickly show you that. You know, I'm really quite into it. It's like crazy. Oh, and I'm into the Vox amp, which is on like a stand, which kind of gives it like a sort of bit of focus. It's like, you know, what, ear height. And it's just slightly proud of the other amps, which are, you know, but that's where it is. The orange one goes there, the Marshall one goes there, and I put it on that stand, and that's how I've been working lately. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to share that. I wanted to share that quickly because I'm really like having a great time with it. But yeah, this has been the Bloody V, which is what this is called, and it's oh yeah, it's a, you know, it's a set neck. It's a set neck. The guy did a kind of interesting job with this crackle. This is basically also how you live with a V, okay, is you just have a strap on all the time. No pun intended. But you just have a strap, right? You just have a strap. And there you go. Anyway. I love this effects machine. I mean, like, that's all on this one scene. Like, that board is one scene. and I'm building scenes, different scenes. This scene is called Heavy Studio Pedals, and that's basically what I've done. And it's like, yeah, I mean it's transparent. I've got a lot to say about that, but I'm trying to stick to the bloody V. So yeah, the guy's done a really interesting job. So it's satin finish. It's got a really nice slippery finish to the neck. He's done the control plate in the crackle, which is cool. And yeah, that's basically it. I did a few changes. If you look at the thumbnail, or if I find a thumbnail, you can see I made some changes. This is basically a stage spare to my Les Paul type guitar, my Silverburst, which will be which you haven't seen yet in this series, but has been seen on other episodes. So yeah, like if I did a gig tomorrow and I used the Les Paul, I would take this and the Les Paul as a stage pair. And I've got pickups for the Les Paul now to sound much the same as this. But yeah, a great guitar. Really pleased to show it to you. It's one of my favourites. It's definitely one of the heaviest. As a look at the neck. Yeah, set neck, as I say. No idea of the body materials. Going by the weight, I'd say maybe basswood on the body. Maybe, I don't know. It's a bit heavier though. I'm not sure. I doubt it's mahogany. It could be. It probably should be. And it might be, but I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really had it open enough to have a look. But yeah, really pleased to be able to show you that one. I've been getting through like a plectrum a day again, and I'm making my own plectrums out of this material, which is textured on one side. Let's see if I can catch it in the light. So on the top here, there we go. You can see the lines. They have some texture, so there's some grip there, and then the other side is completely flat, and it makes a wicked plectrum. A little bit lighter than what I normally use, and I'm doing that just to preserve string life because I'm tearing through strings, and I can't afford this month to get any more. So yeah, and it's brilliant. I can basically make a fresh plectrum every day with that plectrum maker that I showed you that my better half got for my birthday. It's a plectrum maker. It's like, you know, works like a hole punch and punches out plectrums. But I found a great bit of material which I've been using. I'll show you actually. And you know, it's a notepad which is now filled, and I'm just going around the edges like a hungry hippo. And I don't mind. I'll use all of it because you know the pad is full. So that's and I'll show you my new pad because like I made this like because I'm a geek. That's my new pad. That's my new music pad, and yeah, all my nonsense is in there. You know, nothing crazy meaningful. I mean, you've seen the sorts of things. You know, it's like a lot of it's effect settings. You know, it's like where you've got, you know, banks of memories, patches and stuff. It's a lot of it's that. A lot of it's stuff that's been written down off of. I mean, some of it's like conceptual songwriting stuff, you know, where keyboard drum patterns are, what sounds, what effects, all that sort of stuff. You know, where, yeah, if I'm like doing a piece and I've got like the BPM set on the drum machine, I'll put down like where the delays and what, you know, where the speeds and the rates are at precisely, because that stuff's important. And you know, like track listings as well for like when I actually record. So you know, that's like a track listing from like recording on the BR600, just, you know, very roughly done, but just to keep a record of what's done. Yeah, there's a lot of that sort of thing. Yeah, this one's full now, so like I've just bought a new one, and I'm making plectrums out of it, so it's giving its body to the guitar playing, it's giving its last, and it makes a great fucking little plectrum. I've been searching for material and it makes a great plectrum, but I'm getting through about one a day. But yeah, just a bit finer. I'd say it's like, I use is it 71, the yellow Dunlop, and I'd say this is like a 65, 66. But yeah, glad to show you all that, and yeah, that's it. So Blacktooth Fox Armoury item number 9, the bloody V.